Dear students, in this video I discuss two important improper integrals. They are beta and gamma functions. Beta and gamma functions. In many applied mathematics, improper integrals, they are defined in terms of beta and gamma functions. First we define what are beta and gamma functions, and we discuss the convergence of these beta and gamma functions, and then I explain some relation between beta and gamma functions. Now, you know what is n factorial. What is n factorial? Is 1, 2, 3, etc. into n. But here condition is n is positive integer. If n is a positive integer, n factorial is defined in terms of 1, 2, it is defined as 1 into 2 into 3 into n, product of first n natural numbers or positive integers. But when n is any real number, this definition holds for only positive integers. Now to extend this definition for any positive real number, this gamma function is used. So the first application of gamma function is using this gamma function we can extend the definition of n factorial to positive integers also, and these gamma functions are used in differential equations or in even in statistics gamma functions are used. And what is beta function? Beta function is a companion of gamma function. Even though beta and gamma functions are entirely different improper integrals, we have studied in improper integrals two types: improper integral first kind, improper integral second kind. These two are improper integrals of first, second kind. Beta function is improper integral of second kind, gamma function is improper integral of first kind. We obtain the relation between beta and gamma function. So beta function is also helpful or it is useful because this is the companion for gamma function. We obtain the relation between beta and gamma function. Now in this topic I define what is beta function, what is gamma function, and convergence of beta and gamma functions. The topic is important: definition of beta function, gamma function, and convergence of beta and gamma functions. Now first is beta function, how it is defined. Beta function, the integral 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. What is this? 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. It is improper because when m minus 1 is less than 1, m is less than 1, 0 becomes a point of discontinuity, and n is less than 1, 1 becomes a point of discontinuity. So this 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 is a improper integral. Why it is improper? Because both 0 and 1 are points of discontinuities depending on this m and n. Suppose m is greater than or equal to 1, n is greater than or equal to 1, then they are proper. There is no point of discontinuity at all. They becomes proper. Now we prove that this 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 converges when m greater than 0, n greater than 0. Say when m less than 1 it becomes improper because 0 becomes the point of discontinuity. When n less than 1, 1 becomes the point of discontinuity. But we prove that when m is less than 1, even less than 1, that is m greater than 0, this exists. Say 0 to 1 it exists. For 1 greater than 0, sorry, m greater than 1 becomes proper. For m greater than 0 it exists. N greater than 0 exists. So this improper integral converges when m and n are greater than 0. We prove this, and if m greater than 0, n greater than 0, this converges and it will become a function of two variables m and n, and it is defined as beta function notation, beta mn. Therefore, how do you define beta function? Beta mn is 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. When m greater than 0, n greater than 0, this exists. So this is the definition of beta function. Now we discuss the convergence of this, or I prove that this converges if m greater than 0, n greater than 0. For that, since 0 and 1 are both points of discontinuities, I write n minus 1 dx as 0 to half plus half to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. You have studied in detail improper integrals of two types, different tests for convergence, improper integral of second kind, first kind, how to test the convergence, and different tests. And using that, we write 0 to 1 as 0 to half, half to 1. Take this as 1. Now, first we consider convergence at 0. Convergence at 0. We write 0 to half x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx is equal to 0 to half 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 upon x raised to 1 minus n dx. Because m greater than or equal to 1, it becomes a proper. Problem is when m less than 1 is the problem. So we take m less than 1 here and rewrite this as 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 upon x raised to 1 minus n. Now take fx is 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 and pi of x is x raised to or 1 upon x raised to 1 minus n. You know the technique of this testing the convergence. You have studied in detail. We use practical comparison test here. We take fx is given 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 upon x raised to 1 minus m upon x raised to 1 minus m. Pi x is 1 upon x raised to 1 minus m. What is the next step? Take fx upon pi x. What is fx upon pi x? Fx upon pi x is, this cancels here, you get 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. Therefore, limit fx upon pi x as x tends to 0. We are discussing convergence at 0. Take limit x tends to 0 of fx by pi x, it is 1. Take here x is 0, it is 1. Now, what is the comparison test? If limit fx by pi x tends to 0 is not 0, that is neither 0 nor infinite, then this fx and pi x, 0 to half, fx and pi x are alike. Either both converge or do not converge. Now, which is finite and not 0? Finite and not 0. Therefore, 0 to half fx dx and 0 to half pi x dx are alike. Either both converge or do not converge. But we know the nature of this pi x. Nature of pi x. That is the application of this test. It is called comparison test. That is the application of the test. But 0 to half pi x dx is 0 to half dx upon x raised to 1 minus m. Converges. When it converges, we use a standard integral for convergence. What is the standard integral? A to b dx by x minus a raised to n converges if and only n is less than 1. correct? N is less than 1. You have to remember all these things here, then only you can apply, because in improper integrals of two types, in improper integral of second kind, this is the test. In improper integral of first kind, when the range is infinite, we have similar integral for comparison. Now this is the test for standard integral for convergence. N less than 1, it converges. Now therefore compare this 0 to half dx by x raised to 1 minus m with a to b dx by x minus a raised to n. What do you get? Exactly same. These two are exactly same. Means you can compare this with a to b dx by x minus a raised to n. When it converges, n less than 1. Converges if 1 minus m is less than 1. That is, m is greater than 0. Transpose it. M is greater than 0. Therefore, this 0 to half x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. Therefore, 0 to half fx. What I have taken fx is this here. I have taken fx as this. What is this? 0 to half fx dx is 0 to half x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if m is greater than 0. Take this as 2. So convergence at 0. It converges if m is greater than 0. Now convergence at 1. Convergence at 1. 1 is also point of discontinuity. Convergence at 1. We consider half to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. So we have written 0 to half, half to 1. Now consider convergence at 1 means you have to consider half to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1. When 1 becomes a point of discontinuity, here half is not a point of discontinuity. When 1 becomes point of discontinuity, if n minus 1 is less than 1. Therefore, we write this as 0 to the half to 1 x raised to m minus 1 upon 1 minus x raised to 1 minus n dx, and take fx and pi x like this. What is fx to be taken? Let fx is x raised to m minus 1 upon 1 minus x raised to 1 minus n. And how do you choose pi x? 1 upon 1 minus x raised to 1 minus n. You know the technique of choosing fx and pi x. I explained in earlier videos, in earlier lectures. I explained how to take fx and pi x. How to take fx and pi x? Fx by pi x limit extends to, what is the discontinuity? 1 must be finite and not 0. Then you can apply the comparison test. That is why we choose fx and pi x like this. Then limit fx by pi x as x tends to 1 is, limit x tends to 1, take fx by pi x. It is fx, pi x. Both are here. If you take fx by pi x, this cancels. You will get x raised to m minus 1. What is this? 1, because x tends to 1. Now it is finite and not 0. Not 0. Therefore, half to 1 fx dx, comparison test, and half to 1 pi x dx are alike. Either both converge or do not converge. But what about half to 1 pi x dx? Half to 1 pi x dx is half to 1 dx by what is pi x? 1 minus x raised to 1 minus n. Now using this same, or we use this one a to b dx by b minus x raised to n converges if n less than 1. See, it is also standard integral for convergence. Is it of this form? Half to 1 dx by 1 minus x raised to n, b minus x raised to n. When it converges if 1 minus n is less than 1, that is n is greater than 0. N greater than 0. Therefore, half to 1 fx dx. What is fx? Half to 1 x raised to m minus 1 by 1 minus or x raised to m minus 1 into 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if n is greater than 0. Take this as 3. From 1 to 3, what happens? From 1 to 3, 0 to 1, x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if m and n are greater than 0. And it will be a function of m and n and is denoted by beta mn. So, this is first improper integral, that is in two standard improper integrals, beta and gamma functions. This is beta function. It is denoted by beta mn. Therefore, to summarize, 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx it is improper integral, and it converges only when m greater than 0, n greater than 0. This includes m and n are greater than 1 or equal to 1 also. So, this converges if m and n are greater than 0, and it will be a function of two variables and is denoted by beta mn. Now, what is the expected question here? Define beta function for 2 marks. Define beta function, or discuss the convergence of this for 5 marks. Discuss the convergence of this. Now, second is gamma function. Gamma function. So, definition may be asked here. Suppose the question is define beta function, then 0 to 1 x raised to m minus 1, 1 minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if and only m greater than 0, n greater than 0, and it is known as beta function and is denoted by beta mn. That is the answer. And discuss the convergence means you have to discuss like this. I explained 0 and 1 are the discontinuities, points of discontinuities, and how to test the convergence at 0 and 1 separately. Then gamma function. Gamma function is like this: integral 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx. Now, 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if n is greater than 0, or if and only n is greater than 0. This converges if and only n greater than 0, and it will be a function of only n here. Unlike beta function, it is a function of two variables m and n. It is a function of n. It converges only when n greater than 0, and it is denoted by gamma n or gamma n. You know the gamma, Greek letters, uppercase, this is the lowercase. But I prefer this one, gamma n. Further, in a discussion of this gamma and beta functions, I may use only this notation, gamma n. But sometimes it is denoted by this also. Now, what is the topic? The gamma function. How to define gamma function? integral 0 to infinity x raised to m minus e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if and only if n greater than 0, and it will be a function of n is denoted by gamma n or uppercase gamma n. Now convergence, here 0 is a point of discontinuity when n minus 1 is less than 0. N minus 1 is less than 0, that is n less than 1. If n greater than or equal to 1, 0 is not a point of discontinuity. And infinity, it is the one, the limit is, upper limit is infinite. Therefore, it is improper integral of first kind. So we have to discuss the convergence at 0 as well as infinity. We write 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx as 0 to 1 e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 plus 1 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1. Take this as 1. And we discuss the convergence. I think this video it is not possible to complete this the convergence. I explain the convergence in the next video. What is the definition? I have started on the definition. What is definition of gamma function? How to define? 0 to infinity e raised to minus x raised to n minus 1 dx converges if and only if n greater than 0, and it will be a function of n and gamma n. It is denoted by, or this notation, gamma n. Let us discuss the convergence in the next video. I explain the convergence of that. Okay, thank you.